The Somali bombshell has dropped. Today, we have information on a new investigation that may just sink Ramzi Khalid Ismail, aka Johnny Somali. Of course, I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney, and this is a legal mindset. We teach you to be your own judge. Once again, a fast facts video. If you like this format, if you're enjoying this shorter, compact videos, please leave a like and leave a comment below. It helps me out when I'm thinking about what type of content to create. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it. Of course, I have a PowerPoint. So what we have today is the bombshell that we've been waiting for. And once again, I do, partly apologize because I thought this might come down the pike earlier, but I wanted to make sure everything was 100% confirmed. We had translations, we had confirmations, we had all the information we needed to give you accurate, objective information, which is always what I try to do on this channel. Well, having a little bit of fun at the same time. So let's get into it. Obviously, many of you know the current charges that are standing against him. Obviously, we have 3 counts of obstruction, 2 of which he's pled guilty to. Minor Crimes Act, 2 counts. He's pled guilty to both of those. And the deepfakes, which he is fighting and pled not guilty as well. However, we know that there are many more things that Ramzi Khalid Ismail has done. In his criminal saga across South Korea, there were dozens, if not even potentially, tens of dozens of potential crimes that he committed out across his spree, which lasted several months and has continued even past his being initially charged with obstruction back in December. So even since December, he has gone out and committed other potential crimes. But the question has been, what will come down the pike? What will actually end up on the docket? What will be investigated? What will be taken seriously? And that's always been a question that we've tried to answer accurately on the legal mindset. And one thing we've noted is his pattern. And this is something that's very important to note. Somali Ramzi Khalid Ismail has a pattern. He is a very small man. And I say that because it is relevant. It's not just me going ad hominem, but it's relevant because he fears grown men. He is very, very fearful of grown adult males. However, he intentionally targets women and children because they are smaller than him, usually physically, although many women are bigger than him. But children are generally smaller and they're perceived as weaker. So he likes to target them. He takes much pleasure in targeting women and children. Now, some of this behavior is simply disgusting and inappropriate. However, much of this behavior has crossed the line into criminal. So in order to look at that, we have to look at his dark history. And this is evidence if you want to look at my live stream. So my live stream on the bombshell, you will have all of the videos for all of these. We're going to go through them one by one. And if you watch that, I hope you enjoyed it. But this history is quite long, and it has been documented in video, starting even from the U.S., where he assaulted someone in a hotel room in Orlando. Then you had Tokyo Disneyland, where he created a scenario around children. He was creating a scene around children, playing offensive text-to-speech around children. Then on the streets of Korea, he harasses young people, including people that say they are 16. And his response to that is, I do not care about your age. Age is just a number. I don't care. Right. So that happened on the streets of Korea. Also, we have Moxie as well as Xena, who he harassed in Korea, followed by that. Then he went to Lotte World and played explicit sexual messages around children multiple times. In fact, he expressed enthusiasm that he was going to be around children. And finally, online. And this is something that happened literally in the last couple months, where as he's being hauled off to court, as he's having to go in front of the judge, he's getting online and talking with minors, soliciting minors online while in the Republic of South Korea, while standing trial. So all of this history needs to be taken together to paint a picture, and all of this evidence needs to be submitted together to paint a full picture. Now, the Korean authorities in the past did not have all of the evidence. They only had some of the evidence of his dark history, of his dark past. But we now have confirmed that the official investigation has reopened because Korea has received all of the evidence. The Somali conviction team has confirmed this information, and we have receipts from the actual submission of the new complaint against him, as well as the new investigation. So let's jump into this and we'll explain exactly how bad this is for Ramzi. So Obviously, we've talked about the criminal process, and just to be very clear, this is at stage 2 of the process, and we have confirmed it's at stage 2 of the process. So there is a criminal complaint that was submitted by someone in Korea, and there is now a police investigation that has started. So the police have begun to investigate this, begun to do interviews, begun to collect information. So they've started their process. So we are on step 2. Step 4 is trial. So we're not there yet. And typically this takes, for police investigation, takes 4 months. However, in this case, we have a feeling that things might be expedited in the case of Ramzi Khalid Ismail, as they have been for many of the charges. Typically, the police investigation takes about 4 months, and prosecutor takes about 2. Sometimes it can take shorter or longer, but that's the average. And then it comes to trial. Then, of course, you have post-sentencing. So let's get into it. Here is the Carfax. Here's the receipts, of course, because Legal Mindset, unlike Ramzi, I have receipts of everything. So here is the submission right here. This is a Gobajang. Right here, the report that's submitted against Ramzi Khalid Ismail. You see his name here, Ramzi Khalid Ismail, right, in Korean. And you've got the relevant information right over here. Now, we have blurred out information to keep some individuals private, but, it was an individual who submitted this. You can see over here, once again, another one of the cover sheets showing it's against Ramzi Khalid Ismail, and showing his date of birth, as well as the location in Seoul, and giving some other background information right there. And you see both of these documents here together, confirming they were submitted. You also see a stamp on that one, as well as this red ink. This ink tends to get on everything when you actually submit something in Seoul. This right here is actually the receipt. So this actually confirms this was received by the Seoul Mapo Police Department, which is the Western District, which is currently handling his case. So they have indeed received this. This confirms that the investigation has indeed started. They've accepted this. So many times in investigations in Korea, they will try to talk you out of a submission. They will try to get you to not submit something, to not submit a complaint. And in this case, we have information, and we're led to believe by everything we have that it was fully accepted, and they fully concurred that they should go forward in investigating this. They did not throw this back. They did not try to talk anybody out of anything. They indeed said, yep, this looks like a great case for us to go forward on, and a great investigation for us to pursue based on all of the information. Once again, they're receiving much more evidence than they have ever in the past. Now, what is he under investigation for? That's right, guys. It's the Child Welfare Act. Now, to be clear up before, Ramzi was initially investigated for this, and they did indeed decide not to bring this to trial initially. But at that point, they didn't have all the information. They didn't have all of the evidence. And now they have all of the supporting evidence, and they're saying, nope, we're going to look at the Child Welfare Act again and consider this once again to bring in the case of Ramzi Khalid Ismail. This involves no person shall engage in any acts having a child engage in lewd acts or arranging such acts or committing sexual harassment or sexual abuse against a child that make him or her feel sexually ashamed. And that carries with it a penalty of imprisonment with labor for not more than 10 years or by a fine not exceeding 50 million won. So you've got the option for a fine here. It's a quite hefty fine of 50 million won, or up to 10 years in jail behind bars, or prison rather. So that is the potential penalty there. So we now can confirm without a doubt that Ramzi Khalid Ismail is facing a renewed investigation of the Child Welfare Act, not just potentially on one count, but for multiple counts, for multiple actions within the Republic of Korea that may constitute a violation of the Child Welfare Act. We could see 1 count, we could see 2 count, 3 counts. We don't know yet how many they want to pursue, because there are several pieces of evidence which the police find very persuasive and may indeed go forward against him. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will catch you on the next.
Are you guys enjoying the stream today?